Just look at this cowardice. A sneaky rat hit his opponent after the final bell, when the fight was already lost. This wasn't just a violation, it was a spit in the face of the sport. For this act, Dana White didn't hesitate. He threw Paul Daly out of the UFC. Everyone said he was one of the best fighters outside of the weight class rankings. Sure, he had power, aggression, and speed, but a fighter should also have honor, and he acted like a street thug, not a professional. Dana White was blunt.
He will never fight in the UFC ever again. It's done.
But despite being exiled from the UFC, Daly didn't disappear. He kept fighting in other promotions and kept winning. He still had fans. People were waiting for that moment when someone would finally punish the rat, not with a disqualification, but with fists. That moment came when he faced Strikeforce champion Nick Diaz. And this wasn't just a title bout, it was a real rivalry. Daly promised to knock Diaz out in the very first exchange. And he almost delivered. The Englishman came in like a hunter, and midway through the round, he sank his teeth into Diaz. A vicious left hook dropped Nick to the canvas. It looked like it was over. Daly mounted him and delivered an illegal punch to the back of the head and then nearly kicked the grounded Diaz in the head. But Nick Diaz is not your average fighter. He's not the kind to give up after a single knockdown. And with every second, he only got angrier and more dangerous. Diaz went into the exchange. No fear, no hesitation. He backed Daly up against the cage and started breaking him down. Brutally, methodically, in classic Diaz fashion. The strikes came in layers. Body shots, head shots, elbows, knees. Daly began to fold. And then in the final seconds of the first round, the referee had to step in. That was the end. The end of the story about how cowardice wasn't punished by disqualification, but by fists in a real fight.